Yo, what's good guys? It's me Shreds, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to find your sensitivity in Fortnite. I wish I found this out earlier when I used to play, because I was just trying out a bunch of YouTubers' sensitivities, and I never got used to the sensitivities, which made my muscle memory not gain up on any sensitivity that I tried to play, until I found out how to find your sensitivity. I'm going to teach you guys how to find it through these couple steps. The first thing you gotta find out is your mouse space. As you can see, this is all my mouse space. One thing I recommend is at least to have one full turn, or at least enough to almost 360 your entire body. Before we continue on with finding your perfect sensitivity, one of the first things you guys need to know before setting up your sensitivity is your mouse DPI. What DPI is dots per inch, which measures your mouse's sensitivity. In other words, it is basically the number of dots your sensor has to register for it to move, kind of like this. The higher your DPI, the more dots your mouse sensor has to register, making your cursor more faster. I have my DPI right now set to 800 DPI. That is the most normal sensitivity when it comes to Fortnite, but people also use 1600 or 3200. When you're setting up your sensitivity, you got to make sure what DPI you're on. So what I would recommend, if you guys have Logitech mice, like Logitech gaming mice, I would download the Logitech G Hub software, and you can configure your mice through there and find your mice DPI and more. And if you guys have HyperX mice, you can get the HyperX software. I'll leave links for you guys to download your guys' mice software in the description. So we are now in the sensitivity menu, right? My sensitivity is 6.5, 6.5, and 50% targeting is scoped. This is on 800 DPI. So I would not go below 4% on 800 DPI. But when you're on 1600 DPI, let's say my mouse is on 1600 DPI and my mouse sensitivity is 6.5, I'm going to have to divide that by 2. So 6.5 divided by 2 would roughly be around 3.2, since it doesn't let you do 3.25. We're going to have to do 3.2, which is 6.4. And you still get your sense. The reason why people use higher DPI is because the higher your DPI, a faster response you also can get. But it's not a bunch, but on some mice it does help a lot more when you're on a higher DPI, because you get more polling rate, right? So yeah, 1600 DPI, you're gonna have to divide your sensitivity currently by 2. On 1600 DPI, you're gonna have to divide your sensitivity by 2, right? But I use 800, so I'm gonna put it back to 6.5. Now on to the real stuff, finding your sensitivity. The first thing you gotta know is your mouse space. Your mouse space matters when it comes to sensitivity, because if you have a lower sense, you're gonna have to do a bunch of doing like that. And if you have a higher sense, then doing just the slightest move will make you go like in circles, right? To find the perfect sensitivity, I would recommend having one full turn, or maybe just a quarter of the way from being a full turn will be fine as well. So as like a basic sense to start off with, I would start off at 9% sensitivity and start doing these like edit courses. Also, the map is on the top of the screen if you guys want to practice your edits. But yeah, you can practice your crosshair placement. But let's say that sense is too fast for you. All you gotta do, turn it down maybe like 1% down, and then you'll start feeling that it's a lot more slower sensitivity. And if that's still too fast, you can turn it down even more, maybe to like 7.5 or 7%, until you find that perfect motion and 360 circle. Again, trying out different sensitivities until you find the one that fits best for you is perfect, until you find that sweet spot. Crosshair placement, you gotta make sure your crosshair placement is alright when it comes with the sensitivity as well. Once you feel like your crosshair placement is awesome and you feel like the sense is just right for you, now it's time to configure that aim sense. Aim sense is also important because you gotta get the perfect aim sense to get the perfect tracking and flicking. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the aim zone, right? You got many options to choose from. I'd recommend choosing laser tracking, 360 tracking, or realistic tracking on trying out your aim sense. We're going to click on realistic tracking. Start off at 50% and then go lower or higher until you like it. But then start doing a bunch of aim training. Start practicing on tracking. And if you feel like this is too high for you, again, you can lower it down. Let's try 45% and try it now. Again, you got to find that sweet spot like you did with the other sense to what is on your liking, as you guys can see. The one thing I do gotta say about the aim sense is try not to be at 100%, because 100% might be a little more jittery. But again, that is up to preference, because some people do like how fast the senses are. But if you're just a beginner trying to master your sensitivity, I'd recommend starting at 50. And if you want to go higher, you can. And if you want to go lower, you can as well. I would also try to do some free building action to see if this sensitivity fits you. Because you got to make sure you can hit those nice edits, but also have good crosshair placement in the process as well. I also recommend that you don't touch building and editing sensitivity, as it will cause a bunch of inconsistencies in your sensitivity, and it will also be a lot more harder to get used to it. So I would recommend just staying at 100% and 100%. And remember guys, if you guys do not like the sensitivity you are currently on, you can lower it more or make it more higher until you find that sweet spot. Once you find that sweet spot, I wouldn't recommend switching sensitivities often after that, as you will not gain muscle memory and skill with that sensitivity. I haven't changed my sense for a good while, and I've been pretty decent on 6.5. Combining all those steps and practicing a lot, you will find your perfect sensitivity, and you probably won't need to switch ever again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video for today. And guys, I do go live on Twitch pretty much every day if you guys want to check it out. It will be in the link in the description as well. And if you guys want to join my Discord server, it is also going to be in the link down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Shreds out.